I'm Jessa and we are from Jessa J Vlogs. Welcome to our van. Her name is Marley. She's a 1998 GMC Safari. We did all the bed conversion ourselves with the help of my lovely boyfriend back there. You can get some B-roll shots of him later. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and get started. This is our bed. It's a full-size bed, so it's big enough for both of us to sleep on. Underneath, we've got lots of storage. We've got our clothes underneath. We have our water down here. Nice little water jug, nothing fancy. It is flexible, so it doesn't break, which is nice. We got some sleeping bags stuffed back in there for when we were in Colorado. It got real cold at night. Back here, we have some storage. Over here, we have these nice little rock climbing holds. And open up all the drawers. Really fancy. Fanciest thing in the van is our laundry bag for sure. Got a bunch of climbing gear in here.
Those things are awesome.
And we actually stickered it all. One day I got real sad because all my stuff wasn't charged and I was having a day, and my sister was like, you know what would make this better? I was like, nothing. She was like, we can sticker the whole bed, and it was fantastic. It was the best day ever. She has this entire box full of just random stickers from like everywhere.
I'm a little jealous of your sticker collection.
Are you? Area doubles as our kitchen and our longboard storage area, so we don't have to sleep on top of the longboard. So we got our Coleman stove right here, kitchenware, food, and bowls, and just your most basic kitchen you can probably have all right under there. We should show them our table setup. Ooh, yes. And hidden, we have one of the best parts about the kitchen. Just if you'd excuse moi. Okay. Just simply set it there, and now we've got a kitchen set up for wherever we go. It's not only a kitchen setup, but it's an area where Jessa can edit videos, where I can work on fixing my longboard, or pretty much just anything you want to work on and stand up. Because when you're in a van this short, you're crouching over a lot, so it's really nice to have moments where you can stand up straight. Yep. Underneath here we have our solar. Fits nice well under the bed. And what we'll normally do is open it up and actually put it over this top hatch. And then we'll have like our battery, our jackery right here on the table, and it'll be connected to this. So that way we can save the energy and then use it later when we're editing or just like chilling in the van. So for the first 3 months that I solo van lifed, I actually didn't have any power. I didn't have batteries, I didn't have solar panels. But now, thankfully, we have solar panels and 2 jackeries. We have the little one, we also have the bigger one. Hannah and I were both using the little one for a while, and it was just simply not enough. So now that we have the big one, we find we have plenty of energy to spare. Also, CRUZ is barking up a storm over here. So as far as building all of these, the drawers took us about a day. The bed frame probably took us about 2 days. I think it was around $200 for everything, but nothing fancy here. We just basically screwed a bunch of wood together, called it good, and it's been working great for us. Nothing's fallen apart or anything. This one doesn't have anything under it. This is just the friction between the 2 different pieces of plywood. Over here, we knew that this drawer was going to be really, really heavy. So this one actually slides on a slider, which makes it really, really easy to push in and out. So as far as blacking out and insulating our van, every night we just put these in. It's basically just like bubble insulation. We spray painted it black on this side, put some nice pretty colors on the other side with fabric and fabric adhesive. And every night we just stick those in like this. Nice and easy. They're really flexible and actually pretty forgiving. We thought they were gonna fall apart like really quickly, but they didn't. And then just for some extra, we usually pull these down and then it just all stays in by itself. But if we decide to, we don't actually need this for it to stay in. It's actually pretty flexible, pretty decent. And then Hannah, you wanna show them how we blackout curtain? Yeah. So for the blackout curtains, all we did was buy regular blackout curtains. They were pretty long, so we cut them in half. We added Velcro to the inside, which we were very surprised to see that it actually stuck. added Velcro to the fabric of the car. And by doing it this way, we have created a almost 100% blackout during the night, which is really important when you're staying at rest stops or areas that are really lighted. You're still able to get a great night's sleep. And then in the morning, real quick, when we gotta get out of there quick, jump in the front seat and we're gone. So just a little bit about our story. We're sisters. A lot of people think we're a lesbian couple. I think just because Hannah has short hair and we hang around each other a lot, they're like, oh my gosh.
And we share a van.
Yeah, they must be a lesbian van couple.
So we are sisters sharing a van, van lifing for the summer.
Hannah likes to go on adventures platonically, and I was like, how much more platonic can a sister living in a van with you be?
It cannot be any more platonic.
So I started van life first, and I van life for a whole summer by myself. And it was a great trip, but I realized I wasn't getting what I wanted from it because I was by myself and I couldn't share all the beauty that I was seeing with anybody else. And I would try to capture certain things for YouTube, and I could get some, but then other things you have to have another person for. They can't be captured. Like the perfect sunset on the ocean, there's no way you're capturing that.
And then Jessa called me in about the middle of the winter, and I was working at a ski resort at that time, and I had already had my summer planned. And she called and asked me and said, hey, do you want to van life this together this summer? And I thought, well, this would be a perfect opportunity for two sisters to go out and have some adventures that we'll probably never have again our entire lives. Jessa's got a boyfriend, has got a future going on there. Who knows where I'm going to be in a couple months. So it's truly been an incredible experience to spend this kind of time with your sister.
Yeah, I was actually very surprised because I called her and I was like, hey, you wanna van life for a whole summer with me? Haha, I might be joking, might not be.
You want to stuff yourself in a hot box, full of periods and estrogen? Yeah, and live on no money.
And she was all about it.
I was like, okay.
All right, that sounds so fun. Let's go.
That doesn't sound problematic whatsoever.
So
now,
we've had a few blowout fights.
Now keep in mind, we have probably never gotten along for a majority of our lives. And now as we have become adults, we are getting along better. But we are 110% opposites. And we have decided to live in a van together for months.
Yep.
All right, so we have been van lifing through Colorado. We drove through Arizona. We van lifed in California, Oregon, Washington. We drove through Victoria Island and then landed in Vancouver, Canada. And that's where we are now.
Yeah, our van turns into a boat. So we went ahead and just sailed to Victoria. And then once we got there, we just sailed to Vancouver.
Tessa, our van is not a boat.
We ferried. It was our first time ever ferrying. It was awesome. Unfortunately,
Ferrying, is that a verb?
I've made it a verb now. We ferried.
We took a ferry, 2 ferries. One from Washington to Victoria Island, then from Victoria Island
to Vancouver.
Yes.
Yeah. So here van life seems pretty chill, but we haven't been here long enough to really make a comparison between Canadian van lifing and van lifing in the US. My motto though is like, if you want to make it happen, you can make van life happen anywhere. There's obviously places that are harder, like certain cities in San Diego were horrible, or Portland.
Portland, van lifing is gosh darn near impossible. Maybe if we had tried a little bit harder, but seriously, every spot in Portland, either you need a parking permit or you're only allowed to park there for like 2 hours. And so it got so frustrating. We just drove out of there, which was wonderful because then we found the state of Washington where it was super easy. And not only easy, like I don't think anyone even blinked an eye that we were there. We just would pull over in a neighborhood right by the beach and it just nobody was really there. So maybe more of the less populated areas were easier, but then again,
yeah. Well, we started to think like, oh, we should go to the populated areas because then it's easier to find bathrooms and things. Not that we're against like peeing in a bottle in the van, but like it's nice to have access to bathrooms. And then we realized it's way better if you're just camping in the middle of nowhere and then you can just pee in the woods. It's faster, it's efficient, there's nobody watching. We decided we don't like cities. And I know you're a city van lifer, but we are the opposite of that. We should just make a channel called Country Van Lifers.
Country van life, because being in the city sucks sometimes. And we did notice that a lot of the bigger cities are definitely trying to put a stop on the homeless population. Not saying that we're homeless in any way, but they do perceive van lifers as being homeless, which is not the case. So finding public restrooms did get hard in places like California.
But only in the busy parts of California.
Yeah.
Really, if you found the right spots, like in the bays and stuff, you could really get by and be just fine.
Where there were public restrooms that you could use in the morning.
Yeah.
Because it's not like you can just pee on the streets out there. Then you get ticketed for public indecency.
But the Go Girl, it's a lifesaver for in the van.
Mm-hmm.
You can pretend you're a guy for a day and pee in a bottle. It's real magical.
I actually did not use Go Girl. Just stick it up in there and then I pee. And then if you just hold the seal, then you don't pee all over the car. So Nalgene's are wonderful things for women to pee into, by the way. Super easy.
I am like mind blown.
Do you have any idea what they're talking about?
No, I don't want to know anything.
All right, let's start about talking about periods in a van.
You lost me at period. As soon as the P word comes up, I'm out.
Don't you have a daughter?
Yeah, I don't want to even know any of that kind of stuff. All right, so if anybody wants to follow your journey, where do they go?
Jessa J Vlogs, it's the same on Instagram and on YouTube. No spaces.
I'll throw the links down in the description. If you have to give girls any advice for traveling in the van, what would the biggest one be?
Get started, do it. Don't talk about doing it. Don't research until you're 50 years old or 100 years old or until you're dead. Get in a van, figure it out once you're there. You're smart and you'll figure it out.
And also, don't be too worried about the danger because guess what? You are in danger every single day. As long as you are observant and you take the proper precautions, van lifing is no more dangerous than you walking down the street.
Plus, sometimes people say that it's actually safer to van life, which is questionable, but they say because your location constantly changes. So people can't track you as easily if you're moving all the time versus if you're staying in one solid location. Thank you guys for coming and checking out our van, and we hope to see you in the comment section of our channel.
I think we're good?
That's good.
We're good. Bye, girls.
Bye.
It was nice to meet you.